I guess an interesting view of mine is, well, are my weird addictions that I've had recently. Recently speaking, meaning the addictions that I gathered since coming to university, and it it makes zero sense happening because I wasn't influenced by any of my friends or colleagues or whatever you call them, the the people that I study with, or my teachers or whatever. Uh, they just appeared out of nowhere, really, and it pisses me off that I still got them. Interesting views though on them is the fact that they can be dangerous for you. They can be dangerous for anybody doing them, let's say. But at the same time, just makes you want to live a little bit more. Makes you feel like you're doing something interesting, but you know you're damaging yourself. And the fact of the matter is that I have to find a way at some point to stop it. Not talking about them right now, it makes me think that they might not even be that much um, strange. They're probably normal to some people, but it's it's something that um, it bothers me that I am this weak, not to be able to weak mentally, let's say, to get rid of them. Um, First of all, a word from our sponsors, which is absolutely nobody. Ha, tricked you into this small channel like me, thinking that I've had a sponsor already in my second ever episode. What are you on about? Thinking that I make a living from YouTube? Who do you think I am? I'm just a fucking nobody that keeps on saying fuck for no reason, by the way. I have been called on it all already on my first video. Imagine that. Okay, of course, it was my brother. Nobody that doesn't know me already would have the balls to face me. Face me. Come on, interact with me. Maybe you're gonna find out that I am not so sweet. I might be a violent man or a violent woman. Who knows what I am? Who knows who I am? Who knows if I'm not a serial killer, or I'm not gonna say the word because um, it's gonna sound um, it's probably gonna get me banned or whatever. But you know, a guy that um, thinking of thinking about how I'm going to describe it, like people don't already know what I want to say. But let's say it starts with a P and ends with an E, and yeah, who knows who I am? I don't even know who I am sometimes. I I guess I'm just a person that appeared randomly in your YouTube algorithm, and now you're like, why am I listening to this guy? I just realized you could check how much, what is the average of people's views of the time that they are watching your video, and it was like 2 or 3 minutes and 20 seconds, something like that. It was very short from a 25-minute video. And I was like, you know, what would be funny? Just start the video, and for like 2 minutes long, I wouldn't just say anything to see if they're gonna be like, oh, maybe he fucked up now, so I have to keep on watching until the audio is fixed. and then just go for like another 25 minutes with no sound whatsoever, and just have like a flashy title or a flashy, um, shiny, what do you call it? What is this called? The the picture, let's say, in front of the video. I'm not very the thumbnail. The thumbnail, yeah, yeah. The the word is thumbnail, but excuse me again for my English. But yeah, what was I saying? I think it was something about yeah, my addictions that I gathered uh, in in the time that I am here in the university. So all of a sudden, I just started smoking. Well, I started vaping. Crazy story, by the way. It was one of the people are gonna call me disgusting as well about this, but hold on. Let me come to the conclusion of the subject that I'm trying to analyze. Let's say the story that I'm going to tell. Story time. Yeah, story time. So basically, we went out with my friends. I think it was um, school boîte. Boîte, I think it's an event, but I'm not quite sure what it is in English. I could have explained it in my native language. Can you shut the fuck up, please? I'm trying to speak. Anyway, so I was explaining. What was it? Yeah, the story time. Yeah. So we went out to this bar, whatever is it called, in this event of the university, and we were drinking. My friends, of course, they were already smokers, but um, maybe they were at that time that they were vaping as well. I'm not quite sure. It was something that I found so stupid, and I was such a critical human. Like, I would hate people for smoking or vaping because um, they were I found it. How do you say? I found it not worth it and nothing special. Or how can somebody be addicted to nicotine? What a fucking loser! And especially the people as well that they were vaping uh, with no nicotine in it. I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? Like, you must be a very again, I I I catch myself I catch myself being ready to say words that are going to be very very dangerous to use in the on the internet or especially on YouTube. Like I'm going to get monetized ever. But yeah, I I found it very stupid that like I was calling them idiots, and especially my dad. I was very critical on my dad because he was having effects from it, like heavy coughing, or in the morning he couldn't wake up early. Well, he's an early bird, of course, but he would struggle to go to work at the time that he should be there, like because he owns his shop, so it's not that big of a deal. But still, for his customers, he should be there at the exact time that the shop is opening. Uh, but yeah, I would find it. I would be very critical on it, and I would be a cunt. Can I say this word? No. Oh, well, I don't care anymore. He would be. I would be a very a very critical man. Let's say. Keep repeating myself, and until I know how to edit the videos and just remove the, let's say, the stuff that I just keep on saying and saying and saying repeatedly. Um, yeah. Anyway, and we were out and drinking a lot, and all of a sudden, around half an hour before we leave, there was this girl. She was she was, let's say, very attractive. And before uh, I was at that stage that I maybe even after that I had that stage that I wanted to speak to her, like flirt with her. Um, when I turned around to speak to her, she was gone already. But I realized that she was vaping, like she had those vaping pens, vape pens, whatever that you call them, sticks, whatever. And she was uh, she was vaping. Come on, Nicholas, find your Nicholas. Who the fuck is Nicholas? No. Anyway, uh, she was vaping, let's say, and I I found I found her vape on the floor. So I was like, it's a good. Maybe she dropped it. Maybe it wasn't even hers. I don't know. And I was trying to find her, and I couldn't find her. I was like searching all over the bar to find her, and I did not. And I turned to my friends, and I was like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this now?" And they were like, "Throw it away. What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "Is it disposable or you can reuse it?" And I think disposable. Let me search up what disposable mean because I don't want to say stuff that I don't know what they mean. Let's remove porn from our search list now and try to see what disposable mean. How do you write it? Disposable. There we go. Disposable, not disposal. Disposable meaning. Um, ah, I was correct. If it was disposable, let's say, or you could reuse it. And they told me that it is reusable because you could just remove the the head, let's say, the the piping thing from on top, and you could just, you know, uh, buy a new one and use it. And they were like, but I didn't, I didn't vape, I didn't smoke. As I said, I was very critical about it. And around the time that we left, I kept it for some fucking stupid reason. And I I was like, guys, I still have this shit. What am I supposed to do? And they were like, you know what? We've got a friend on a vape shop. You can come with us, and he can he can see it and tell you what you can do with it. And I'm like, should I sell it to him? Can I sell it to him? And they were like, yeah, no, no fucking way, but try, I guess. So I go there and I meet this man, this huge ass dude. He was like 2 meters and something. Like he was tall as fuck and huge as well on the body part. Like he was a big man, let's say. So I was like, from that moment, I just pooped my pants. From I was like, how am I supposed to sell this to this dude? Like, there's no way he's gonna manipulate me. I was very scared. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to my world. Being dramatic about nothing. A very cool dude though. He was a very very good bro, very good man. And we had a conversation. He told me that you could do this, you could do that, or you could throw it away. So I was like, fuck it. Like, why don't I have a vape pen? Like, it couldn't be this dangerous. And I bought the necessary stuff. I swear, I threw away the part that it was used, so I'm not gonna catch anything. I am not a disgusting man. I am not. I am very clean. I swear to God. Believe me, please. And yeah, I started vaping, and then it got serious. Like it got so addicting. Like I couldn't believe myself that I got attached to this. But also at the time, I was going through a breakup, and I was a I was very weak mentally, and I was trying to find ways to get distracted. Hell, I even started going to the gym. Can you believe that? Me going to the gym. Anyway, I I started going to the gym. It didn't work out. I started reading books. It didn't work at all. It was even worse than than the gym. Why the fuck am I having voice cracks right now? Anyway, and I started vaping, and it was very stupid because I got addicted to it, and then I wanted even to upgrade the vape. So the free vape that I had, I threw it away and I bought these huge ones. One of these huge ones, the ones that they produce this fucking smoke, all of this fog. It was fucking crazy. I was nearly coughing blood from it. My father was making fun of me because I was so critical to him, and then he saw me with a vape pen and then a huge ass vape. It was leaking as well, so it was fucking disgusting. It was a terrible period for me to be around, and I was so unbearable whenever I was sitting somewhere outside, and I would just create all of this smoke or all of this fog, whatever is it called, and I was I was very annoying, and I would be a hip about it as well. Like, oh, this flavor is nice. This liquid shit is nice. I was enjoying it, let's say, and uh, at around the summer, like a few months later after I started vaping, I not summer, maybe September, let's say September. Yeah, it was September. I as I think I explained in the last video of mine, I love football, not soccer. Football is it? It's called football, guys. Okay, we, we have to acknowledge that it's not soccer, it's football. I I love watching football. I support uh, I support a couple of teams, but the the main team that I support and that I'm going to go and watch next year. I have the tickets finally forever. I was waiting for these tickets. Um, I am supporting Tottenham Hotspur, the London team. Yeah, we're fucking losers. I know, I know, I know. Let's not make fun of me for supporting a losers team because I'm already a loser. So I had to fit in. Well, my grandpa forced me into supporting this club. Not forced me, but the manipulation was there. The manipulation was there. It was um, also my father manipulated me to support a Greek team. Uh, well, they're winners, but I don't know why I'm supporting them if I am such a loser. Olympiacos, and yeah, I'm going to vlog about it. By the way, on on February when I'm going to go and watch Tottenham. And the fun thing about it is I'm going to watch a derby. Um, it's between Tottenham against Manchester United. Of course, you know Manchester United. I would be surprised if you knew Tottenham and not Manchester United. Um, so it's going to be a fun watch. A little bit expensive for a guy like me that is um, not working and studying. I'm unemployed, let's say, clearly. You could understand from the way I'm speaking as well. Um, but yeah, so what was I saying? Ah, yeah, on September, last year. I I was playing futsal, which is a form of 5v5 on these plastic fields. I think they're called fields. I'm not sure. And we were playing with friends on this weird fucking ground of futsal. And as you know, as I explained a lot, that I'm a fat ass. I was um, I was playing for the first time not as a goalkeeper, but as a defender on field, and I am not capable of. Not capable, but I was not ready, let's say, to play um, because I was. How do you say? Let me search the word. It's going to be a lot of this if you're gonna follow me. Uh, Searching how I'm going to say. Untrained. Untrained is the word. I don't know. I was not trained. I didn't train at all. I just got in the field and I tried to play football. 10 minutes in, I was so good. I think, at least I think. I was running, I was passing the ball well, I was pressing, I was jumping and winning the aerial battles. If you ask my friends, they're not going to support that opinion, but let's say this happened. It's not completely factual because you're hearing it from me, but anyway. And while I was playing, I just hear a and I just fell on the ground and started screaming and fucking crying and in so much pain. So I was like, what the fuck happened now? And I started swearing and I look down on my leg, on my left leg, and I see it was like, how do I call it now? It was like spaghetti. It was completely out of its normal and natural shape. It was looking like it was dislocated, and I was disgusted. I was like, what the fuck happened now? Oh no, I fucked up, I fucked up. I started crying. My friends were making fun of me, of course, because when I swear in English, so it didn't help at all my case. It made me look like a very stupid person. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Anyway, a very stupid person, a very annoying man. And I dislocated my knee, and then I went to the doctor. Well, I went to the hospital first, which it was a fucking misery for me. I looked like a cancer patient, and then, again, my friends were making fun of me for that. Uh, in the hospital, they told me that I had nothing. I was fine. It was nothing. For some reason, this is what the hospitals here are doing, not giving a fuck about their patients. And then the next day, I I I go to my doctor and I visit the doctor and he tells me, well, you're gonna do an MRI and a couple of other tests to see what the fuck is going on. And I ended up tearing up my ACL, so I was like completely fucked. I I was yeah, I was in a huge misery. I had to do um, a surgery, an operation, and it was a very dark path for me. I because I'm such a vagina. Let's say I don't want to say the other word because I think the other word is considered very, very. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I was, I am, and I was, and I still will be a pussy. A big fat pussy. That's how I felt, let's say. And yeah, it was very weird for me. Weird period. I put on so much weight from that time. Not that I wasn't already fat, but yeah. So going back to me tearing up my ACL before I had the operation or whatever, um, I I missed around a month of uh, courses. Of course, I told them that whatever happened, and they were very supportive. I'm gonna give them that. They were very supportive, and I ended up with, I don't know how you call them, but these things that you hold one in your one hand and one in the other hand, and they support you while you're walking, and it was it was very depressing. I looked very, very sad. But anyway, so uh, I was back at my home and doing absolutely nothing and vaping extremely much. So when I would come back to the university, I would stop all of this shit because I didn't want to continue vaping that much. I felt very sick of myself every day doing that same. And I looked like a dumbass as well doing it. Like, I thought I was so cool, but I knew in the back of my head that, in the back of my brain, that I was such a loser. Not that I am not already, but anyway. Uh, and yeah, I decide that I'm going to cut it, and I did. I left it at home, uh, and I didn't use it for at least uh, Christmas. But in the meantime, I was smoking cigars. It was that period that everybody knew who Undertale is, and we all thought, oh, he's our mentor, he's our psychologist. We gotta follow his rules. Like, I know that you must be a huge loser to do it, because that's why I'm calling myself a loser. Because I I was I was very, very, very supportive of his ideas and views. I feel so much better now that I can look back at myself and acknowledge how stupid I looked like, and um, realize how stupid I was um, acting. And yeah, I was smoking cigars. Not that I don't enjoy cigars anymore. I love cigars. You see how easily manipulated I am. I love cigars now. Anyway, I'm going to buy some for Christmas. Maybe maybe five of them, because we've got five events on Christmas. Um, yeah, uh, one for each event. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to do that. Five cigars will be fine. Um, yeah, I was smoking cigars, so I go to this tobacco shop at some point. I think it was mid-October. We were going out with one of my friends. We're going to go for a coffee. So I go in the tobacco shop, and I look at the options, and I'm like, they're kind of expensive today, because of course I'm unemployed, and I am only supported by my father's funds. So I was like, yeah, let's not buy something very expensive. So as I was looking at the cigars, I check on my left, and I see a huge ass pile of pipes. You know, the smoking pipes. And I was like, damn, look at, like, I never seen from up close a pipe in my life, and then I see all of those pipes together, and I was so excited. And I went and checked all of them. They were so cool. And I see one that it was very cheap, like it was like 20 euros, 25 euros, something like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this. So I bought one, and I was like, not bought one. I brought it to the counter. I think it's called the counter. And I'm asking the lady there, like, so what are the essentials that you have to have for the pipe? And she was like, well, you're gonna need a lighter and whatever tobacco you can you can find accessible. I'm like, what do you mean? Is there no uh, actual pipe tobacco? And she was like, there are, but you can even use the tobacco that you can use for cigarettes. I was like, are you sure about this? Well, I didn't ask that because I'm also very insecure of my questions. I don't want to sound dumb, and well, this is what brings the concept here that I'm socially unable to exist. And yeah, I asked the lady. Uh, I didn't ask the lady about that, and she was like, "Yeah, yeah, buy cigarettes, tobacco," and I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna get the shittiest fucking flavor, so I don't have to spend that much money." In the end, it was more expensive than buying just one cigar. Like, I am so embarrassed to say this, but anyway, uh, I ended up buying the pipe and the smoke, and I started smoking in front of my friends, and they were making fun of me of looking like a hipster and trying to do something different than them, and they were like so disgusted by me. And the smoke, it was disgusting because you're not supposed to put that fucking tobacco in the pipe because it's for cigarettes, not for pipe smoking. And I also didn't have filters. She didn't tell me that there are filters for pipes, and it was horrifying. My I don't know how you call it in English. The upper part of my mouth, it was burning and so fucking annoying. It was itching. It felt like it would fall and I would swallow it. Like it was at that state, and I was like, I'm gonna throw this shit away. I don't need it. I don't need this. So I ended up going to another tobacco shop in um, in the town, and like a few days later, and they told me, "Hold the fuck up! What are you doing? Why is this? Why are you using this smoke?" I'm like, I don't know. They told me that this is what you do with the pipe, and they were like, "No, you have to buy this and that, and you need filters and cleaning stuff, and you need an actual tobacco for pipes." And I was so excited uh, about hearing all of this, and at the same time, I felt like I was a loser and and a stupid moron. But in the end, yeah, I ended up paying a lot more money than a cigar again, and even the smoke, it still is a lot more expensive than actual tobacco smoke for cigarettes. So in the end, I'm still paying a lot more money. Uh, and I started smoking regular, regular, regular. That word regularly, regularly, regularly. Yeah, I started smoking regularly. Yeah, I'm dyslexic as well, and yeah, I ended up doing that every day, and I guess now I'm addicted to pipe smoking for the rest of my life. And actually, I don't regret it. It's very nice. The smoke is oof, so nice, and it smells all of the time. Every different flavor that you buy, it has its own spice on your tongue, and it's I don't regret it. You know, it's one of these decisions and addictions that you have that you don't regret. And you know, I was coughing so much when I was vaping, or I was feeling so guilty when I was doing it, that now that I am smoking a pipe, I barely have these problems, especially the coughing. I don't think I actually cough at all, and um, also it makes you full. Like with the vape, you can vape like every 1 minute of your day and night, but with the pipe, you just can smoke 5 times a day, 4 times a day, and it's just it fills you up. Like you don't feel like you need more. Like you are you're getting the nicotine boost that you need. And by the way, I don't want anybody to get this information and be like, yeah, I'm gonna start smoking now because this idiot is saying it on the internet. I don't encourage anybody to start smoking, nor try smoking, nor anything. You should stay away from these addictions and not not smoke ever in your life. It's a terrible thing, but I'm just saying that for me it worked, and you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. I just have to stop talking because I'm just I don't want to be that guy. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. But no, okay, 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 I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Um, but yeah, I now I start. Now I'm smoking a pipe. How the fuck did I end up smoking a pipe, man? Like, it's one of the most stupid life decisions that you can make, but I guess if it works for you, it works for you. Also, about other addictions that I've come through. I'm not going to actually get into them because I want my videos at some point to be monetized. I'm just gonna say one thing before I go and let you know that I will be uploading more videos. I will be uploading more live stories. I will be uploading more audio recordings. I will have more storytellings to tell you, my bros. But before I go, I'm going to say for not one, for um, one last addiction of mine that well got me through the years of studying and nearly I'm nearly there. I'm going to get the degree at some point. But one thing that helped me go through all of my problems was master